All right, so I'm gonna do a quick workout. I know it's sideways. I'm hoping that's okay for video. Let me turn the brightness on. I shouldn't have to document workouts, but a person like me who's being targeted, uh, forced to be constipated, I'm losing weight. Obviously, it's just it's coming off real slow. Anytime I develop any type of muscle, they make it their business to target that muscle with the frequencies and destroy that muscle. Um, they keep weight in my chest. They keep weight in water, liquid, and food in my thighs. Like I said, they keep me constipated. So weight has been coming off. It's just been coming off slowly. Muscle has been developing, but it's also being destroyed on a daily basis. So I have to keep working out and keep working out and keep working out and trying to progressively get better while documenting this entire experience of being tortured, while trying to lose weight, while trying to work, while trying to live, while trying to graduate, while trying to prosper and progress. I have to document this entire ordeal. As of right now, they were playing music in the background, but they just turned it off or they lowered it, quieted it, muted it, whatever, whatever. I'm gonna do the barbells and then I'm gonna do deadlifts and I forgot what it's a lower back exercise where you pull up, but yeah, that's why I'm documenting this whole journey, being tortured via nanotechnology and frequencies. So yeah. Okay, that was 20 each arm. Like I said, I keep it short, sweet, and simple. I don't want to overexert my body. I work all week. I do manual labor. Um, I've also been exercising every day. Um, Mainly my diet is consists of like vegan food, so just pure healthy food, leafy greens, fruit. Every so often I eat bread. Today it was like hummus, my food that I cooked, the kale, pineapples, and everything, and I ate pears, which I'm probably about to go get another pear. I wanted to put on some music, but I also didn't want the video to get blocked um, while trying to play music in the background. Let me see. Uh, like trying to play music in the background. I don't know. I don't like silent videos. So that's why I listen. I just listen to people work out. I listen to the animal. animal exercise video, animal exercise videos.
Searching for animal exercise videos.
Yeah.
If you look at the most popular fitness videos, we see topics like fat loss,
I just like listen
but
to this
despite
guy
what the fitness
while I'm
influencers
working
tell
out.
you, you can look better and still feel terrible. What most of us are actually after is looking good, yes, but even better, feeling good. And the results are an animalistic and primal styles of movement
They've been
make
attacking my
people's
wrist
bodies work better. They say
more
walk
these
before you
days.
run, but optimally, before you do
That's why I
anything
keep my
else,
copper
learn
wristlets
these
on. I
5
don't know if it's
fundamental
helping or
calming
hurting,
patterns
but
and why we're doing it.
I'm gonna try to find like wrist
The
workout
cat crawl
videos.
is the most basic,
I'm
but
gonna start with 10
arguably the
deadlifts.
most powerful. This crawl teaches you to use reflexive strength and requires the body to move as a unit. Just like walking, you're always shifting weight from side to side and moving the spine to facilitate this movement. The basic crawl connects our upper and lower body through the core. Start on hands and knees and lift your knees to hover just off the ground. Pick one hand up and reach it forward while letting the opposite foot move forward. Trust me, your body knows this pattern even if it's not easy right away. Continue to alternate arms and legs, moving yourself forward, allowing the shoulders, hips, and how they want.
I'm gonna try to figure out my workouts for my shoulders. That's 10. I'm gonna take a quick break. I just rode Lord knows how many miles on my bike.
Including hamstrings and
that's why I'm doing a quick workout.
Only the body position. The 8 traverse is one of the most functional.
I went from Willowwood,
stand up from sitting or
Hiawassee to Colonial, from Colonial to Lackawanna, all the way down to Silver Star, from Silver Star back to Hiawassee, and then back to Willowwood,
for just a moment.
and then back to the house. I don't know how many miles that was,
in front of us in the direction we want
but I did it all in one go. It took me 34 minutes. It would have been shorter. They wouldn't have hacked into my phone and started playing my phone and turning my phone off. But it is what it is. They don't like me recording my workouts because my workouts don't match with what my body is going through. My diet also doesn't match with what my body is going through as well. Especially constant constipation, it doesn't make sense. I went to the bathroom frequently today, but they were irregular bowel movements. They weren't loose how vegetables normally would be. They were overly processed and formed, remote released, at the control of the agent that is controlling the technology that is inside of me.
We just need to get to this.
I'm going to do my other 10.
We do this by reaching the other arm forward and across our body. As your weight shifts forward, step your back leg.
And my stomach is hurting because I have to use the bathroom, but as of right now, they're not releasing the bowel movement.
This one can be challenging in the
So
beginning.
I'm doing all of this while constipated because I have to. Otherwise, I'll never get anything done if I'm constantly waiting for a bowel movement to happen.
Move as human beings, but we like it for one main reason: upper body strength. The frog develops foundational pushing strength, literally built from the ground. If you have a goal of developing a handstand someday, the frog will help you on that journey. To perform frog, start in a squat and reach the arms out in front of you and shift your weight into the hands. Now pull the legs forward with you by taking as much weight as you can in the upper body, much like the 8. Frog can also allow you to work on some hip mobility by widening the knees and keeping the spine low. You can track your progress by seeing how long you can hover your feet off the ground. You can start by just sliding your feet back to meet your body. But before you know it, you may be able to hold your feet off the ground for a couple seconds. Huge progress. The crab is important because you
my
press the ground away in the opposite
trying
direction.
to make my ponytail hurt so the blood doesn't flow properly.
By placing them into extension, something that we don't do too much in our daily
During
life.
everything.
It's also great for
So
the legs to pull.
they want targets to stop moving. They want to blame all health issues on you.
Same way. The only difference
So you have to keep going regardless.
facing up to the sky. Move one hand and the opposite leg simultaneously to move you in the direction of your legs. You crawl
Do
switch
20
can
of them.
allow you to practice your crawling patterns in a tight
I don't know what they
space.
call it,
It's also
honestly.
a lovely movement.
I just
for
don't like it
shoulders
because
and
it
links the
puts
calf
my arms in my
crab.
lower back.
Start in the crab position and shift your weight into one arm. Now bring that same side leg underneath your body. Let the other hand reach over the top and rotate you into your cat crawl position. Now reverse the movement. This is one of my favorite movements for shoulder rotation and balance. Doing it slowly will challenge your functional strength immensely. So once you start to feel comfortable with these basic crawls, try learning them in reverse. Backwards isn't necessarily harder. We're just used to moving
Do everything's in 10
and
minutes.
just like the
I
crawl
go easy on
switch
myself.
is a transition from the cat to the crab, you can play with and get creative with different
Target
transitions
individuals
between
constantly
these
being
fundamental
targeted,
crawls.
constantly
And
being
that way
tortured,
you may learn some
constantly
movements
being
on
given
your own. So
frequencies.
how many sets and reps?
And your physiology and your biology is being altered.
Even though there's some general
You need to go
guidelines,
easy
there's no
with
right or
yourself.
wrong. Your style will definitely look different than mine, and maybe you'll come up with some crawls on your own. So we're bigger fans of listening to your body. If you're in your backyard, crawl the distance of your lawn, or
After this, I'm gonna get a pair.
or from one tree to the next. Or my favorite is to just put on a timer and explore the crawl for 30 to 60 seconds. Animal movements are great workouts. You'll get your heart rate up and you'll work your muscles in new ways. But the real juice of these movements is in longevity. If we can keep our relationship to gravity strong for as long as possible, then we'll live long and enjoyable lives. Often we get the question, aren't you embarrassed to do these in public? Sure, in the beginning, yes. But now it seems quite natural. And the only time anyone stops and stares is because they're interested or to say something positive. You'd be surprised at how most people are mostly encouraging for others being healthy. This is dramatic, but crawling has changed my life. I hope it doesn't.
I hope I did that correctly, correct form. I did what felt was easiest.
But if you're inspired and you
for
want to
me,
invest in
I just
yourself, we have a program
hope
called
that's correct
Boot
form.
Now.
Let me get my pair.
Animal movements, body weight strength, and mobility. And right now we're running a sale for the viewers of this video. Use code Animal Movement. Get 25% off. Like this video. Subscribe to Strength Side. We'll see you in the next one, as always. What if there were simple exercises that made you feel free and flexible like you were 20 again? I started my journey out extremely tight and stiff, and now I'm more mobile than 99% of people. And for the last 10 years, I've done loads of stretching and mobility work, only to realize I just need to establish and maintain these 5 positions. You don't need to become an advanced yogi or gymnast. In this video, I'm going to share with you the 5 positions that will bring back your 20-year-old mobility levels. This isn't a follow-along, but I'd encourage you to try these out with me as I share them. What's the real reason hamstrings and calves become so stiff? Long hours of sitting on them. The body adopts a posture that shortens the whole backside of the body. This results in a tough time bending forward. If I personally had this problem, I would do downward dog every single day. It's no wonder it's such a staple in yoga practices. It's a position that can solve your tight hamstrings and calves while also opening up your thoracic spine and overhead mobility. Now, if you're one of these really stiff people, I think the best place to start is by putting your hands on an elevated surface. This will make the stretch way more accessible to you, and you can actually work on lengthening the hamstrings. Think about lifting the tail and squeezing your chest and thighs together. And if your heels don't touch the ground, oh well. They will eventually if you keep working on this. Once you work to the floor, think about making a nice A position with your body. Extend the upper back, straighten the knees, and lift that tailbone upward. Now this will take time, but I've found that doing a few steps forward and back in this downward dog position can greatly speed up the process. Hip flexors, spine, shoulders engage more to establish your mobility. All the sitting mixed with some jogs and a few leg exercises to make our hips tight. It's not getting old that makes us lose our ability. It's that we don't ask our hips to open enough throughout the day. Look at how shut off your hips are sitting in a chair. The horse stance asks you to become your own chair. It turns on all those muscles that were shut off. It's called the horse because you spread your legs wide while staying upright like you were riding a horse. I love this position because it fits all ages and levels. If your hips are tighter, you can keep your feet closer together and your hips a tad higher. As you become more mobile, you sink the hips lower. And eventually you can even widen the feet. It's basically a wide stance squat that will open your hips and inner thighs tremendously. Your first goal is to sit in your stance for 30 seconds. The next goal is to work up to a full minute. Your legs are going to get shaky, but you'll be unlocking unreal levels of flexibility. Bonus is to take a few steps forward and back in your horse. Try to keep your torso upright. This will challenge your hip mobility greatly while activating even more muscle. If the horse stance is your own chair, then the resting squat is your own lazy boy. Because if you establish this mobility, then it can actually become a passive resting position. Our lower body joints need to fully bend. And the reason so many of us run into ankle, knee, and hip issues is because we lose this capacity. But the resting squat will keep your lower body thriving. The best way to get started, if you're really stiff here, is to elevate your heels and to grab onto something. I personally had extremely stiff ankles from old basketball injuries. I would grab onto an upright, sit down into this position daily for a few months. Eventually, I didn't need the hand assistance anymore. My advice is to not be a tough guy. Use the heel elevation and the hand assistance to get strong and comfortable down here. It'll take some time, but eventually it'll become a resting position. The goal is to work up to being able to spend a full minute in the deep squat. I just made a video on the huge benefits of walking low to the ground. As a bonus, take a few steps from your squat position. This will skyrocket your hip mobility, and it'll also stretch and strengthen your toes, which can have huge benefits on your whole lower chain. There are so many adults who have pain and restriction reaching their arms behind their back. Age-related factors is the reason that Google gives us. But the real reason isn't your age. It's that you simply never practice bringing your arms behind you. And tight chest and shoulder muscles gradually impede our ability to do this. The crab reverses all of this. Sit down with your knees bent and your hands right behind your hips. Push your hips off the ground and slightly move them forward. Notice how this stretches the arms behind you. This is your starting point. Spend 5 to 10 seconds in a stretched position, release back to the start, and then repeat. Now, as the front side of your shoulder opens, the back side will become stronger. And the next step is to start extending your hips upward. Now your wrists, posterior shoulder, and even your glutes have to work hard to establish this position. And the higher you get your hips, the greater the stretch through the shoulders. Now,
As soon as I start working out,
is to get your body parallel to the ground.
my wrist stop hurting,
You're behind the back
and
mobility.
it stop feeling loose.
Awesome. Bonus is to move from the crab position. This will help convince your body that you need this position to be strong and comfortable. We can all easily do this as kids. It's time to take it back. Take a few steps forward and a few steps back. Sitting fixes us in this hip position. Doing the opposite is crucial for maintaining healthy mobile hips, and tight hip flexors can wreak havoc on the body. It can affect your knees, low back, and even have consequences for the shoulders. The foolproof, common sense way to reverse this is spending time in a lunge. We can get started in this position by keeping our knee on the ground. Grab onto something and practice lifting your knee from the ground. This is a fantastic stretch that starts to use some strength as well. Most adults will thrive when they start to gain strength in mobile positions. Eventually, you can work towards being able to hold the lunge position with no hand assistance. The goal to work towards is hips at the same level as your front knee and the back leg as straight as possible. This can take some time, and there's no rush to get there. As a bonus, you can push your front knee forward into a deep split squat. This will strengthen your full knee bend as well as your front ankle while getting the same stretch for the back hip. You can either hold in this position or do some reps in and out. I wanted to keep all these movements body weight, so you could do them in your apartment or your backyard every morning. But the last position that's crucial to establish if you have any shoulder stiffness is the hang. Hanging can heal shoulder problems by opening up the space in the joint. You can start it with your feet on the ground and still get amazing benefits, but working up to 30 to 60 seconds full hang will not only drastically improve shoulder function, but also give you most of the grip strength that you'll ever need in daily life. There's one range of motion that I find very important that isn't on this list, but I found a sneaky way to get it in here. Side flexing your torso is a very underrated range of motion. It keeps the side of your body mobile, which can easily get glued down from too much sitting. Now you can simply do some side bends from standing like this, but I've been digging doing them from my horse stance. Start by reaching one arm over past your center line. As you become more mobile, you can start to think about touching the side of your core to your thigh. The result is a great stretch for your QLs, lats, psoas, and other core muscles. Just throw a few reps in while you're in your horse. Let's make this very practical. Here's a routine guide with some numbers to shoot for. Crab by 10-second holds by 3 times, which means 30 seconds in the crab position. Horse by 30 to 60 second hold. Downward dog by 30 to 60 second hold.
This horse is great.
30-second hold, resting squat, 30 to 60 seconds, and if you
I
have
feel like my
access
horse
to a
is
bar
struggling.
ride, hang by 20 to
Let me
60
take this out my
seconds.
pocket.
Commit to doing this one time through, and as you improve, you can repeat it 2 to 3 times. You can do this every single day if that appeals to you, but my recommendation would be to do it every other day. My question for you, is there a position that you would add to this list? Comment below, let us know.
It takes time to stretch and I'm pushing myself too far
A
again.
12-week course that helps
This is why I
adults
keep
conquer their
because I
mobility
push
by
myself
using
so hard.
strength through flexibility. It's on sale now for a limited
I have
time.
no limit
First
to what
link in
I'm
the
doing.
description. Have fun training.
And I gotta do push-ups.
For most of the modern fitness days, there was an idea that squats were bad for you,
I was just about to do
especially if you
squats.
fit your knees more than 90 degrees. But would you really think it logical to have the capability to bend a joint but not be supposed to use it? If anything, people being scared to squat deep regularly led to our highest rates of knee, hip, and back pain, along with some seriously messed up ankles. But in the last 10 years, people have been reclaiming the squat. In strength and conditioning, the squat has been called the king of exercises. People say it builds muscle, burns fat, and can even increase testosterone. But we think there's even more potent effects squatting can have on your body that affect your life in dramatic ways. The squats are more like a category of movement than an exercise. What defines a squat is a
I'm literally just about to do squats in the video.
Obviously, there's many ways to do that. And some of the ways that you've been told are bad are actually some of the most useful. In most traditional cultures around the world, back pain is almost non-existent, despite the fact that people living in these societies perform a lot of physical labor, and healthcare is much more limited. One reason this may be is the amount of time that people spend close to the floor in squat-like positions. Resting in a squat has huge effects on the mobility of our joints. The hips staying flexible enough to rest into a deep squat.
And this is, I'm doing them extra wide so I can also practice the horse as well as do the squats so I can open up my hips as much as possible.
A little known benefit of spending time in a squat is the positive effects it has on digestion. Toilets have been a relatively recent invention. Resting in a squat aligns our organs for optimal movement. Before modern toilets, squats weren't even an option. And let's face it, modern technology has turned us into chest breathers. While sitting in a squat, you're forced to breathe into the diaphragm, expanding the ribcage in all directions properly. Many times, you can even become calmer while you squat low and breathe.
Everything he's saying is exactly what's
We
happening.
want tons of muscle tension. We want to feel relaxed and comfortable, which means if your back wants to round, no big deal. Or if the knees aren't in perfect alignment, that's okay. But when's the last time you just sat down here? Most of us run into stiff hips or stiff ankles that prevent us from just relaxing. Here's a few things you can do to adapt the resting squat to your body. If you constantly feel like you're falling backwards, you might have stiff ankles. So you can use a couple of books or some weights if you're at the gym. You put your heels up on them, and that takes the ankles a bit more out of the equation. Ankle doesn't have to bend so far to be able to sit. Another simple one to try is holding on to something sturdy. This
Wow.
gives you some support so you can spend more time in the position. And you could even combine the two. Now, I've had some clients who found that sitting in a deep squat was really hard on their knees when they first started. So, in this case, find a box or something low to the ground that can put you into a squat-like position, and then over time, it allows your knees to get used to being compressed like this, and you can slowly take more weight into your legs. One of the reasons why we have so much trouble sitting in a squat is
That really
because
helps.
of these stiff ankles. This is a direct correlation with wearing
I don't know why that feels good. I don't know what part feels good. It just feels really good.
You need to regain
Ah.
ankle and foot health. Step one is to spend a lot of time barefoot. Step two is to wear Vivos. I got my first pair of Vivos about 8 years ago, and it massively changed the health of my foot and ankle. I have super stiff ankles from playing basketball and getting injuries. After returning to a more minimalist shoe with Vivo, I started slowly regaining that back until these guys were no longer that big of an issue. Now imagine
God,
having
this squat is
shoes on
crazy. I'm gonna try to keep my feet flat. It's really hard
all
to
the time that you're
squat with
spinning
flat
down
feet.
in your squat, you're getting a nice stretch for the ankles, and no arch support means that all those tendons, ligaments, and muscles out of your foot have to work all day long. Trust me, this is a good thing. Vivo made this video possible, and right now, Vivo's giving the Strength Side audience 20% off any order. Just use our link below in the description and Strength Side at checkout.
My knees are crazy,
It's
probably.
rare that we'll spend enough time in a squat with chairs everywhere we look. So it's key to hold some standards for ourselves, especially in the beginning. The place I've seen people have the most success is to use a 10-minute timer on their phone. Every time you pop down into your squat, you start the timer. Begin with 30 to 60 second chunks. making sure
That
to
man
accumulate
said
10
10
minutes per day. Each week, you can add on a few more minutes to your overall time. You'll gradually find it easier to stay down in the squat for longer periods. A good goal to shoot for is 25 minutes in the squat per day. It has a disclaimer you should never feel pain. If you do, consult a
I've
medical
never done
professional. Now, as fitnessers, we like to think that if we spend our 20 minutes in the squat per day, then we're all good, everything will be fine. But it's more about what the squat gives you. The squat is your bridge between standing and sitting. Many cultures don't use chairs. They sleep on the ground and they work from the floor, making the squat a useful and functional part of their lives. For us to really gain the benefits from the squat, it's not just about resting, but maneuvering as well. Ignore all the fitness experts telling us to drive our knees out or keep perfect spine alignment. You'll never have perfect alignment when moving in everyday life. There's no bad exercises, just improper preparation. Two things you might not want to do with 300 pounds on your back is let the spine round
I'm
and
gonna do the
stay
upper
bent.
feet squats.
But this is actually quite natural in a
No.
simple resting squat. And you'll
Both
find
legs.
postures like this around the world. It's best to be comfortable in all angles of low squat-like positions rather than fearful. One of the best places to start is by practicing touching your knee to a target or the ground during your squat time. You can tap inward or directly in front of you. Allow this to encourage any other movements from the squat that feel good for you while you spend your time down low. But here's the thing, tons of new research suggests that being strong is key for living a longer, higher quality life. This makes it important to train the squat as an exercise as well. And squats have been shown to be one of the best at building full body strength.
I'm gonna do
Creates
what he
strong
said,
muscle, but it also strengthens
because
your
I already
core
feel a
muscle as well.
change
Squats
in my
can
body
trigger
from being in the squat
increase
position.
metabolism, and intense
Knees were
squats
engaged,
can
thighs
trigger the
were
release of
engaged.
growth hormone and testosterone. The way to choose a squat variation that works for you is to first
How much
be
got
clear on your goals and intentions. If you're looking for jacked legs with tons of power, then
Yeah,
you'll
what is
want to
called?
squat with intensity.
This
The
probably
easiest way to do this is using a barbell in the 5 to 10 rep range.
calf.
People get very strong this way.
Calf.
The barbell makes it easy to gradually add weight over the course of training. Just use caution here, as loading the spine comes with the most opportunity for
I
strength,
hate doing
but
push-ups.
also the
I'm
most
gonna do
risky.
10.
If you're more interested in legs that are strong for activities like
Just
hiking,
tragic.
running, and keeping up with the kids, consider the goblet squat. This will be a bit less taxing on your overall system, but still get your legs pumped with enough reps. In my opinion, this is the best option for the aging athlete. Someone who wants to maintain muscle and capability, but can't be grinding too hard and risking injury. Elevating your heels will shift priority to your quads, making it great for strengthening the knees. I like to stay in the 10 to 20 rep range here, but naturally you can still become stronger from your apartment with no weights at all. If you have the mobility and coordination for a single leg squat,
I said I was gonna do 10, but I got stronger, so I did 20.
of course, we'll make one leg work.
Now I'm gonna see if I
super
can
hard.
just do 10
One
more.
of the joys of this method is you'll develop more body control as there are balancing components. You become stronger with no equipment at all. And if you're a beginner or minimalist, the bodyweight 2-leg squat can still give you a lot of gains. Your legs are naturally strong because they carry you all day long, so you'll need to get into
There's another workout I'm supposed to do. I don't
create
know.
fatigue. Consider
But I'm
anywhere
gonna just
from
finish
20
up
to
with
50
push-ups.
reps. I love the toe squat variation.
I think I'm supposed to do the duck walk.
Our ability to press into the
Oh,
ball
let me
of our
see.
foot, much needed for athletic endeavors. A smart way to program your squats is to go through phases. Start
I was gonna open up a
single
lot.
leg squats,
Turn around.
then spend the winter indoors with a barbell. Or another method is to use two variations concurrently. Maybe
It's a lot easier.
bodyweight squats one day and heavier goblet squats on another.
It's easier,
Squats
but
need to be gradually worked.
I did too
Don't be
much.
the guy who starts sitting in a squat for 20 minutes a day,
So,
along with barbell
I'm not gonna push
squats.
myself. Kill myself.
Ends up
This
with
is
knee
literally just to be
injuries
fit
later.
up and healthy
Everything in moderation.
and look good.
Start with
I ain't
the
trying to do it in a
basics.
competition.
Accumulate some time in your resting squat position. Be
I ain't trying to hurt
conscious of the
myself.
changes that
I
you
know my
see in your
limits.
body.
I'm glad I did
As
some
you
on
become
them.
more comfortable, add in a squat exercise that interests you.
Okay.
If you want to work on unlocking more flexibility this year, then check out our free course, Mastering Mobility in Your 30s and Up. First link in description, as always. In this video, I'm going to show you everything that I've done for my hip flexor mobility in the last 10 years. So right now, I'll pop some images on screen so you can see where I started here and where I've gotten. Me, the guy, and I just did a full body mobility checklist.
I did 13.
Class. I really recommend checking that out. And for me, the body part that I struggled with the most over the years.
As soon as I start feeling that, I'm like, no.
Mobility, right? And flexors.
Okay,
So
and
I
that
want to
is,
dive a bit deeper into
that's the workout. 30 minutes on the dot.